All right, so there were some NHL games this evening. First game featured the Montreal Canadiens and the Philadelphia Flyers in Philly. First period, Philadelphia, Sean Couturier scores, gets his 8th goal of the year. Couturier lines up like a power forward. He scores a wrist shot on a rebound. He puts a lot of power and velocity on this shot and executes the shot with such quickness, precision. Flyers up 1-0. Later in the first, Zach Rinaldo with a backhanded wrist shot. Ronaldo gently taps it in like a golfer by putting the puck, letting it gently glide down the ice. 2-0 Flyers. Philadelphia took a 3-0 lead before a 3-1 win. Peter Buja playing for Carey Price. Huge downgrade over Price. And the thing that surprised me about Buja is he did well last year, going 8-0-1. This year he's 5-4-1. And when you watched his performance, you watch the way he plays, you watch the assertive nature of the Philadelphia Flyers against a team like the Canadiens when they get off to a good start, you see that this guy is not as good as Carey Price, and it clearly shows. I don't know why they started Buja instead of Carey Price, because Carey Price defeated the Florida Panthers on Monday, and he's the better goalie, but whatever. The second game featured the New York Rangers and the Chicago Blackhawks at the United Center. First period, Brad Richards skates with tremendous speed and velocity on the ice before shooting a wrist shot in between Corey Crawford's legs. 1-0 Rangers. Richards scores his 11th goal in the year. Got to credit Mark Stahl and Ryan Callahan for setting up this play. They really did an excellent job distributing the puck so Richards could get the first goal of the game. Later in the first, Rangers on the power play. Mats Zuccarello. Zuccarello recorded his 11th goal in the season on power play. Blackhawks have one of the worst PKs in the NHL, 28th entering this game. The Rangers, they're a top 10 team on the power play. You cannot give the Rangers an opportunity to score on the power play when you're down 1-0 at home. Blackhawks did that. Rangers up 2-0. Good thing Chicago responded in the second period. Some guy named Jonathan Toews scores. I love the way the Blackhawks use the triangle to display puck control when setting up a goal in the power play. Duncan Keith began with the puck before dishing a pass in the southeast direction to Patrick Sharp. Sharp shoots. Lundqvist makes the save. Goes directly to Toews. Toews drops his stick. Waits for Lundqvist to make the save. He executes the slap shot with power, accuracy, and precision on the play. Hits the upper corner of the shot. Goes in. Upper corner of the net. And 16 goals. Sharp recorded his 22nd assist. Hits the upper corner. 2-1 Blackhawks trail the Rangers by 1. And later in the second, Brandon Bollig ties the game at 2. It remained that way until the third period. 6:06 left in the third. Crawford fires the puck. Hits the wall. Mark Stahl. Wrist shot. No luck. Carl Hagelin on the rebound. Scores on the wrist shot. Rangers lead 3-2. That would be the final score. The Rangers won this game because they took care of business early. They got the crowd out of it, executed, established momentum. Brad Richards getting the opening goal. Rangers scoring on the power play. The Hagelin clutch goal, and Lundqvist 35 for 37 in terms of making saves with one of the worst defensive lines at his disposal, making things happen against the Chicago Blackhawks. Rangers did everything they needed to do to win this game, and you have to credit the way the Rangers came into the United Center and prepared for a contest against the Chicago Blackhawks. Ottawa Senators looking to score some soda at the Pepsi Center. Tonight's opponent, the Colorado Avalanche. Jamie McGinn scores on a power play. Avalanche up 1-0. John Jada scores on a slap shot, but you got to credit Gabriel Landeskog and Paul Stastny assisting Haja. Landeskog 20 assists on the year, Stastny 19. Avalanche held to 7 shots in the first period and had a 2-1 lead after the first period. Second period, Ottawa shows Colorado their power play game. Jason Spezza scores his 12th goal of the year. Defenseman Erik Karlsson with back-to-back assists in the second period. Ottawa took a 3-2 lead. Gabriel Landeskog, Paul Stastny. Stastny scores on the wrist shot. Landeskog's second assist on the night. And Stastny now with his 13th goal in the season. Overtime, Stastny and Landeskog to decide to go into Dishmaster mode. Again, they pass the puck to Tyson Barrie. Barrie lines up for a wrist shot. He shoots. He scores. Avalanche defeat the Ottawa Senators. And you got to love the resiliency the Colorado Avalanche displayed, because It looked like Ottawa was going to win this 3-2, but the late game goal by Stastny forces overtime, and Colorado takes care of business in overtime. So, excellent comeback win by the Avalanche. That's it for tonight's edition of Draft Utopia NHL highlights. I'm going to do a speculation sports call around noon tomorrow, breaking down all the off-season needs for all of the NFL teams, because you can't really compress that all into a YouTube video, and there's a lot going on in sports, and I want to be on top of everything. We'll also get started on a college football underclassmen thread thing for after Sunday's football action, and I'm probably going to look at some NBA and some college hoops material as well over the next 2 nights, because you got to stick to your priorities here, and there's a lot going on. So thanks for listening. Go puck yourself.